You thought I was finished. You thought I was done with Mario Kart with this Let's Play. But guess what? Now we have got 4 DLC cups. The battle and racing rages on.
And welcome back to Mario Kart 8, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be starting off with the DLC cups. So with that being said, let's get on to 150cc and we're going to play as none other than Rosalina. Okay, so come on. There we go, Rosalina. So let's choose a setup for her for this cup. Let's see. Standard bike, that's good. Cyber Slick and Paper Glider, that's good. So now we're going to be off with the Egg Cup. We'll start off with the Egg Cup. Let's start off this Grand Prix, shall we? And of course, where are we off to first of all? Well, none other than, of course, one of my favourite tracks for Mario Kart Double Dash, and that is, of course, wait for it to finish loading, Yoshi Circuit. Yoshi! Oh, there's those piranha plants, and there we go. Here's the starting grid. That's a good synced one with the horn. There we go. I have to say this right now that at least the music is much better and much more bearable. And at least the whistling isn't as intrusive or quite annoying as it was in the original soundtrack. As you can probably tell, I love the more detailed track layout of the graphical presentation of this circuit. At least there's a lighthouse there, and there's the Daisy Cruiser. But sadly, though, we don't go on it because we've already been on it in Mario Kart 7. They've actually added some new features like, of course, a garage, a little village, and of course, lampposts. What the hell? Those lampposts actually kind of remind me of those like machine walkers from the War of the Worlds. That's the ones that we have outside in our streets now. I kind of find them to be quite ugly myself, and my goodness gracious me, I'm really getting annoyed by people having to lightning me all the time. Not only does it annoyingly disorientate the music, but it also slowed down too much, and it gets everybody. But trust me, whenever you're last, oh for God's sake, somebody used a boomerang flower on me, and it's destroyed one of my shells. I needed that to catch up with Ludwig. And he even hit me with it because he hit it backwards. There we go. Get out of the way. Oh God, that's some of the controls not cooperating with me. Whoa. Oh yes, that's a good one. At least I was able to slow down enough so that the blue shell can go off to DK's face. But sometimes the controls can be a little bit the Wii Remote controls can be a little bit uncooperative at times. It does have a bit of input lag, especially when it's when the infrared sensor and the Wii Remote sensor doesn't connect well, which it can be a bit of an issue for playing this game. It's not to say that the controls are bad or anything, but still, the input lag needs to be. This is an issue that's plagues some games that require the Wii Remote. But anyway, with Yoshi Circuit been done, we are gone to Excitebike Arena, which is of course a nice, lovely Nintendo franchise, which was represented in like Mario Kart 8 form. So this is pretty much, the layout is pretty much like Baby Park, only except it's longer and it has ramps, and of course mud piles, and of course boost panels. And of course, it has an absolute brilliant remix of the Excitebike theme. Yay! I hate. I don't mind having to do my shots, ricocheting shots to getting rid of enemies, but when it happens to me, it annoys me quite a bit. This is why I absolutely hate the item luck in this game, especially online mode. And I know a lot of the Mario Kart UK community are probably think I'm whining, but I'm not. It's a plague that it's absolutely plagued me while I try to play online as well, which gets annoying quite fast. And I actually look at the screen up there. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got four of the bikers from the Excitebike game. As a lot of you may know this by now, Excitebike was an NES game, which was considered to be one of the many franchises Nintendo made for the NES, which is considered one of the greatest achievements in video gaming console history. And it's got a lot of franchises like Excitebike, Zelda, Kirby, and of course another representative franchise. I just absolutely there's a lot. Mario and others. Lots of good. Metroid even debuted on the NES as well. But then again, Super Nintendo introduced some more good franchises, Mario Kart included. But this track, for some instance, actually gives us a nice, lovely retro throwback to the Excitebike series. But at least they still kept the lead. Although it is quite simple in structure, the jumps itself makes it look like an exciting track. And so does the music. And I just absolutely want, despite getting hit by that blue shell. So next up is, of course, another track in the game, which is going to be a huge nod to Chunan's Dragon Road from Sonic Unleashed, Dragon Driftway. Ooh, look at that. Lakitu doing martial arts. Oh, that's some fancy Chinese percussion on there. Whee! And you go into a dragon immediately. Oh yes. I absolutely love this track. Is, to be honest, the design of it I have mixed feelings about. It's a really well designed. There are some good designs, but there are some blind turns, especially where if you mess up even once, it'll cost you the race. Like what happened there because of my controller input lag. And no, I'm not complaining like a certain person about the controls, no. At times I kind of hate that sometimes the lag can absolutely interfere with my gaming. I hated how the controls don't cooperate with me properly. But then again, it's the Wii remote and it doesn't really work all the time. Works most of the time, but if it does an infrared sensor input lag, it can be costly. But anyway, back with the design of the track. I do absolutely like the designs of the track because A, it's fantastic, and B, I do like it quite well most of the time because A, you actually can. It's because most of the whole track is on anti-gravity, and there's a lot of opportunities to set. And going through this upside down is just pretty amazing. And of course, you can actually get some nifty shortcuts as well. Mostly because there is one which you can use a mushroom in, and there are a couple of graphics patches which you can cut one part of the track in order to actually either get a place or shave time off in time trial mode. Wee-hee. Oh, goodness gracious me. Get behind me. I am gonna beat you dry, Bowser. You're not going past me that easily. Honestly, who considered bringing it back? I don't like... Bill Dry Bowser wasn't my favourite character in the game. Well, in Mario Kart Wii anyway. But now we got that done. We are going to go off to our final track of the game, which is, well, in the DLC, in this DLC cup next time. Which, of course, we'll get to in a minute once the loading actually finishes. And we're off to F-Zero's Mute City. Oh, yes. If you thought this couldn't get any better, it just has. Now, as you can probably tell, I love the design of this stage because A, the track itself is just brilliant, and it just gives us a good nod to the old F-Zero games. Oh yes, and as you can probably tell, yet again the control lag absolutely gave me a bad start, despite me having a boost start. The reason why I love this track is because A, it's on anti-gravity all the time, and B, going upside down, especially like in every F-Zero game, well, bar the old games like the Super Nintendo game, you go upside down because of the anti-gravity mechanics of this game. And of course there's opportunities for shortcuts, and it's quite open and varied, the majority of the track is. And look at this, you have pit lanes there which can regenerate your ring, your coin count, which is pretty good. I will say that the music remix is also pretty good, but I will say this right now, I just don't think it's as good as the remixes on the Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. Brawl of this game soundtrack. Of the music for Mute City. I just felt that Super Smash Bros. Melee and Super Smash Bros. Brawl's remixes actually did a much better job. Hell, I would say this right now that the F-Zero X style of the original Super Nintendo Mute City theme actually was pretty good. Seriously, if anybody actually heard of a person called Tony Tai, then go look him up. Then go look up his work and his F-Zero reimagining of the original Super Nintendo Mute City track. It's that awesome. But then again, I'm not to complain. They've done a good job. I will say this right now, but I will say that there's one music track that beats this one in this DLC package, and that is the Hyrule Circuit one, the Legend of Zelda theme, which is used. And with that being said, it's finished! As you can probably tell, Rosalina has won the cup. Out of all the princesses, I'm going to say this right now, I do think Rosalina's my favourite out of the bunch. Because she at least has a backstory in Super Mario Galaxy, and she actually does pretty well to integrate in that storyline of both those two games. Which is me, I wish there would be a follow-up to Super Mario Galaxy 2. I just hope that we can see one coming soon. Anyway, we've got all first, and that's just brilliant. Even though I had some item luck, which kind of hampered some of my driving in those tracks. So how many points? So what result did I get? Oh, triple star. That's good. And I've got the gold as well. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time for when I'm going to be taking on the Triforce Cup of the DLC run. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next part of the DLC run of Mario Kart 8.